You're welcome to Periclez, your favorite personal development and self-help platform where we get to talk about books and all of the wonderful benefits we can derive from there. My name is Inyang Ate Inyang and I am your host on this show. I have with me a very remarkable individual, but before I talk about him, I'd like to share something with you. A few years back, I was in a very dark place. I was experiencing what I'll consider a downward spiral, and I blamed everyone else for my experience except myself. I got introduced to this individual, and one of the first things he did was to recommend to me a book. This book, As A Man Thinketh by James Allen, written in 1903, and it still enjoys as much relevance today as it did when it was first published. Before I finished reading the book, I was able to reconcile my thoughts, and I find myself today in a better place than I was back then. This individual, a leadership and a high performance coach, my personal coach, Victor Onochie.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here, Mr. Inyang.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate the fact that you're here. This is the very first edition of this show, and I thought it wise to bring you here as the first guest on this show.
That's an honor. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
So why this book? What exactly about this book? Or why this book? Why would you recommend this book to anyone at all?
So basically, As A Man Thinketh, it's like the very foundation of creation. Let me put it that way. And when you look at everything in reality today, they were all created twice. First from the mind, and then before it came to reality, the physical. So even as a human being, in our realities, in everything that is happening in our lives, sometimes we don't really see how powerful it is, but our world are really created from the inside out, the experiences we face, because people are experiencing different things at different situations in their life. Your experience right now is different from my own experience. Yes, your reality and all. Yeah, we get to interact, but that's it. So before change happens, it's very important that an individual understands the mechanism of how his life experience unfolds, that it's not what is happening outside, but it's like you are creating from the inside out. So it's very important that for you to start change, you must understand that you have to.
Well, what do you mean by inside out?
So inside out,
as in relative to this
As A Man Thinketh.
Yeah.
So thoughts are internal. Thoughts are they are more like a frequency that are flowing, because if I ask you what's the next thought that's on your mind now, something pops up and you see and you're able to see that thought.
Do I?
So I'll ask you, what's the next thought on your mind right now?
What I expect you to do.
So that's
I've created.
So you've seen it. You understand. So it guides what now starts happening in the physical, because now you're now looking at what you're expecting me to do. You understand that kind of thing. So it's for instance, if you're having a bad day, somebody that has experienced the same thing you experienced might be thinking about it differently and will be experiencing that situation differently. So you might be feeling bad about it, brooding about it, but this other person probably has seen it in a different light. So basically,
he's seeing it in a different light, or he's responding to it in a different light, or he sees it first and then responds in a different light.
Because the thoughts are coming up, and he's able to choose the thoughts he's dwelling on. You understand? A situation happens and somebody is thinking negatively and another person is thinking positively. Why is that? Somebody is choosing to react to things in a particular way.
But how does one find himself regulating so much? Because if this book was written to make you, was it written for you to know or to behave in a particular manner? Because it's possible for you to know and you're still not able to respond the way, I'll use the phrase, the way you're supposed to behave. I mean,
okay.
How do you balance that? Because it's one thing for you to know, and it's another thing for you to be able to respond in a particular manner based on what you know. Is that not too much won't it regulate you too much?
Well, it's really not about, will I say, robotic behaviors when it comes to all these things. In change, most times the first thing is awareness. So what the book really does is it's bringing to your mind something, a piece that might be missing. So it's bringing like an awareness. Like he says it's a narrative. It's not like he's trying to tell you this is, but he's trying to expose you to an understanding of a principle, of a universal principle. So what is that saying? It means that if you now know that your thoughts are creating your reality, and he uses several situations, several analogy examples to show that. So it makes you conscious next time when something is happening, because an awareness is now in your mind. So whenever something happens, instead of you to drift to how you probably thought things were, you get that spark that I have to choose how I think about this thing. You understand? Okay. And basically in life and everything, it's constant practice that would actually retain the knowing. Because it's one thing for you to hear something today and something in life comes and shakes you up and you just forget about it and you keep on running on autopilot.
So this title itself,
As a Man Thinketh.
As a Man Thinketh.
Yeah.
As a Man Thinketh. If you want to complete, if you know where it's coming from.
Yeah, the biblical.
As a man thinketh
in his heart, so is he.
Is
he. Yes.
So you want to shed more light on this because it seems to be the crux of the matter.
So what he's saying is that the reality of a man, the reality of what a man is, his experience of life, it's coming from his deepest thoughts. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. That means what is showing up as the human being is the deepest thoughts of that human being.
What is showing up as a human being?
What you see, his experience, his life, everything. I like that word. What he manifests.
Yeah, how he behaves.
It's
how he responds.
Exactly.
It's just as a result of all he thinks.
The deepest. Please take note. His deepest thoughts, because sometimes you could pray for something. You pray for something and deep down you don't believe that you will get that thing.
I'm going ahead of him because there's a particular line I find very, very interesting. It says, not what's... Okay, this is not the book. This is just part of this book. This book is by...
That's the collection of his collection that has the book also.
You have to read all these for it to make sense to you.
But if you can get the book, I think this is one of the greatest,
yes, I think
most important.
How many books are here?
I think about 19.
About 19 books are here. And As a Man Thinketh is just one of the books here. But this is where you have everything about As a Man Thinketh.